Hello, so welcome to channel Java and Cloud, and today we are going to do POC on config Spring config server, and the high level of diagram I have written in GitHub. So there are two web servers. One is config server which is written in Spring Boot, and another one is web server which is written also in Spring Boot. And config server will run on 8888 port, and web server will run on 9090 port. So I have added properties in my Git repository, and the config server will fetch the properties from Git repository, and web server will fetch the properties from config server. So without even restarting the web server, we can fetch the properties dynamically. So for example, in future, if we change some properties, we can fetch in the web server without even restarting the server. So in this GitHub, I have added one uh, config server and one is web server. This web config I have pushed in another GitHub repository which is here. So web config contains only application.properties which will be fetched from config server, and then that is fetched to web server. So I have so let us clone this repo and include in IntelliJ, and we can run from there. So let's clone the repository with git clone, and let's build a project. So I'm building a web server now. So for that command, so as this is a Maven project, we need to use mvn clean install fnd skip test. First time it will take a longer time as it will fetch all the dependencies. So I'm running second or third time, that is why it's building very fast. So let's build the config server as well. Now I will import these two projects in IntelliJ. So I have imported config server and web server in IntelliJ, and let us go to the application class and in the application.properties. So this application class, to make this Spring Boot as a config server, there is a one annotation which is enable config server, which I have added in this class, which is Spring Boot application class. And in application properties, I have added a git URL from where we will fetch the properties, and it will run on port 8080 as mentioned in the diagram. So let us run this project. Now let's go to the web server. Let's check whether this uh, config server has run or not. So as we can see, this is showing the properties from the config. From this property is present in GitHub configs. So I have added this web.message is in this web config, which is getting fetched from config server. Now let's run web server. So this is a simple Spring Boot application, and in Bootstrap properties or application properties in web server, we are fetching the properties from config server, which is deployed at 8888 port. So I have added a URL for that, and this application will run on 9090 port, so which is present here. So let us run this web server. Now this web server has also started at 9090 port. So let's check, and let us go through one controller where I am fetching .web.message properties from config. So there is a one simple API which is printing this message, which is getting fetched from config server. So let's check whether this API is working or not. So I have added this URL, localhost 9090/message. So yeah, it is taking the properties from config server. So now let's change the property, and we can check whether without even restarting how to fetch this property. So let me change this property value in the config. Let us go to Java TechEase 4, and I have committed this change. Now let's check whether config has fetched this property or not. So I am just refreshing. Yeah, so it has fetched the latest property from config server. Now let's check whether web server has taken the latest property or not. So it did not take right now. So for that, to refresh the web server, we need a actuator API, which is already present in Spring Boot. So this actuator, let us call that actuator API. So this is a post API, I am using a Postman for that. So this is a web server port, and this is to refresh the web server we need a actuator/refresh API. So let us hit this API and refresh the app server. So yeah, it got refreshed and it is giving 200 response. Now let's check again. Yeah, so it is taking a latest property without even restarting the server. So that is it from this POC. I will add all these GitHub links in my video description. So thank you.